Nithyanandam. So today I want to share a couple of things with everybody about my challenge on the 21-day Nithyananda Yoga Sirsasana challenge. And I'm super excited to say that I was able to go completely up all by myself today, and it was an amazing feeling. It just literally just went whoop, straight up. I mean, like, so fast, and I was like, oh my god, I did it all by myself. So I'm super excited to share that. I had got some yoga blocks today thinking that that would help if I put them behind my back between my body and the wall, thinking that I could put some space between me and the wall, and that would help me not to use the wall as a crutch, because I did not want to get used to having that there. And when I put the blocks like this against the wall, so they were stacked like that, and I put them against the wall, and I went to put my back up, but I didn't realize that I had quite a lot of space between my head and the blocks still when I went down. And when I did, I went up, and I'm like, well, I don't feel the block, and I just went up. I was like, what? So I rest my feet on the wall at the top, but I didn't the rest of the body. And when I was like surprised, like, oh my god, I'm here, all of a sudden I felt like I was like almost floating. I did not have the pressure on the shoulders, on the arms, on the head, none of that. So I just was like, oh my god, I'm here, and I'm holding it, and I'm doing it. It was really, really something. So I'm super excited about that. I have to share a little bit about as to why I feel that just happened. So anyway, I want to share with you guys, I've been reading Swamiji's the Bhagavad Gita, Decoded. Sorry, it's a tongue twister for me. Anyway, so I've been reading this, and this to me has been a really special book. It has always spoken to me. I will pick it up at least once a day and just connect with it, connect with Swamiji, and I'm always given an answer of something that is like food for me. And so anyway, I enjoy my reading very, very much. I'm a huge reader. So anyway, a few days ago, this was given to me, this particular chapter. It's called The Rare Birth of a Yogi. So anyway, I mean, every single chapter at any moment of the day, you will find absolutely a million things that mean something deep to you. And you can read the same thing next week, 2 years from now, and get 50 million other things out of it. So it's just the amazing living word that really speaks to you. Anyway, so I just wanted to share a little bit about this section really fast. Something that has been going for me lately is a lot of things about learning about death and about birth and about the life cycle, and how we are constantly practicing death and rebirth every day, from when we go to sleep to wake up, and then during the day, from one moment to the next, from one situation to the next, from one event to the next, from one experience to the next. And it's up to you how you respond to each and every moment of every day. And that is something that has given me a totally different outlook on life in general. So anyway, I want to read this little section. And it says, we go into a birth-death cycle. We go and come back again, taking a new body. This phenomenon happens again and again. Whenever we choose at the moment of death that we will become reality in the next birth, and you will be that. Some people think that they can manage if they remind themselves to think of the divine at the last second of their lives, but that will never happen unless we make that habit throughout our life. If we keep chanting Coca-Cola our whole life, we cannot and will not think of Rama or Krishna during our last moments. How we live our life will decide the quality of our death as well. We can choose our body and the time that we wish to be born. When we live our life running behind our greed and desires, running after what next, what next. Naturally, at the time of death also, we will not be ready to leave the body. The body will be tired of running behind desires continuously, but the mind will not be ready to leave. So we will leave the body in the pain and suffering of this push and pull of desires and fear. If we can just relax into the present and take life moment by moment, we will leave the body in a relaxed way peacefully. I want to back up just a little. Krishna talks about how we choose everything in our lives, including our birth, when and where we are born, and whom we choose to our parents. This truth may seem difficult for most of us to believe. Our birth is not just an accident, it is an incident, and we are the ones who chose all the details about this incident. We must understand that it is only we who program and design everything and everybody in our life, including our parents and our environment. Our choices of the next body is based on the way we lived our life in this body. So, for example, if we live to eat rather than to eat to live at the time of death, we will still have the desire to continue eating. So, we will design a next body, to fulfill this desire. We might choose the body of a pig, or we might have lived our whole life only for sleeping and doing no creative work. We might choose the body of a buffalo. So, based on the attitude we have lived with, we choose the next body. This is the basic idea on which our jnana marana, the cycle of life and death, revolves. So for me, I feel like because of my past health issues, when I started practicing the teachings that I had learned and actually was able to internalize them, and I started practicing the physical workout of yoga, I was healed from the inside out. So I had the knowledge that I was able to internalize, and as I was internalizing, I was also practicing the yoga, the Nithyananda Yoga. And during my practice, my body was healed in so many different ways. Not only just during my practice, but I also had very immediate healings from Swamiji through different initiations and darshans while I was in India with him. And I'll share some of those experiences another time, because they are definitely, they definitely need to be shared, because I have received such miracles in my life and I'm so truly grateful for them. But I want to talk about the yoga and doing the yoga. The practice has given me such not only healing, but strengthening of the body, the mind, and the soul. I have been able to have such an amazing journey with the guidance of Swamiji. Anyway, one little thing about the death and rebirth cycle. For me, I feel like I chose this body because I knew that I was going to have to seek so much until I found the answer, and that would be through yoga, and that would be through Swamiji. So yoga brought me in many ways to Swamiji. My illness, I would say, definitely brought me to Swamiji, because I was looking until I finally found the source of where I would begin my journey of real life in this reality that I have now, this beautiful life. So anyway, I just wanted to share that little bit about the birth and re-death, and how I've had so many connections with this lesson that I thought it would be nice to share with you guys. So anyway, I hope you guys are all having fun with the challenge, and that you guys are trying to work up to 5 minutes if you're doing it. I'm so truly happy that I just stood on my own on my head. So anyway, I would love to see you guys have pictures and whatever. Tag me in them and let me know how you're doing. So anyway, if any of these things that I've spoken about, if you have any questions, please feel free to give me a message, and I will give you whatever I can from this wonderful source that Swamiji Nithyananda has provided for us all. So anyway, blessings and Nithyanandam.